Hello students. So in this video lecture, we'll see some examples of classes and objects in Python. Okay, so we'll see how to use classes and objects while programming using Python. So far we have seen a lot of examples without using classes in Python. Okay, classes and objects as well. So now in my previous lecture, I have given introduction about object-oriented programming concepts in Python and how to use it. What are the concepts? So the very basic concept here is classes and objects. So we have seen yesterday. So what is a class and what is an object? So now we'll see some of the examples, some examples in classes as well as objects. So first of all, just let us revise. So the major concepts of object-oriented programming are classes, objects, polymorphism, encapsulation, inheritance, and data abstraction. Okay, and among that, classes and objects are the very basic without which the programming cannot be done. And why do we go for classes and objects in Python? So without classes and objects, it does not have any link between the code. So when we use classes and objects, there is a proper link, and we can access the functions as well as the variables easily using object. Okay, so we'll create a class and then we'll create object for the class. Using the object, we will access the functions as well as the variables present inside the class. So what is the name given to the function? So the name given to the function is nothing but method. Okay, and the name given to the attribute is nothing, variable is nothing but attribute. Okay, otherwise just the meaning is data. Fine. So now let us start with the examples. First example, how to create a class. Okay, how to create a class. So yesterday we have seen about the syntax. So we go like this: class. On class name we have to give. So I'm just taking the class name as my class. Then you have to give a colon. So when you just enter, see the intent. So the intent shows that it is inside the block. Okay. So I can just give a pass like yesterday. So it is a class is created. So you can modify the class anytime later. So you can just edit the class as per your wish. Okay. So what is a class? It can be defined as a collection of objects. A class contains, it is the blueprint of the or the prototype from which the objects are being created. It's a blueprint. Okay, it's a logical entity that includes attributes as well as methods. What are called attributes? Attributes are nothing but variables and methods are nothing but called as functions. Okay, so you can store anything inside a class. So we'll see in this base class. So I'm just editing this class. So I can store some values inside the class. Okay, so for example, I'm storing roll number. Okay, so I'm giving some roll number 27. Okay, and I can give some name also. Okay, I can give some name. So the name is a string, so I can give in double quotes. So Niba, some names I can give. Okay, so and also I can give something else, some list of some marks. Okay, so marks I can add. Okay, some marks I can add. So this is a class. So when I run this, this class is working. So but how to, these are called variables. You can also add functions inside this class. Okay. So but how to access this? So when I'm just running this, so it is executing, no errors. So it is working, it's a class. But and I have added three variables or three attributes. One is roll number, one is name, and the other one is marks for one student. Okay, for one person. Then, so how to access this? I want to create an object. Okay, what is an object? It is an entity that has a state and behavior associated with it. Okay, it is an instance of a class. So it may be any real world object like a mouse, keyboard, chair, table, pen. So you may know, right? Objects are like that. Similarly, here also, it may be integer, string, floating point number, even arrays and dictionary are all objects here. Okay, so we create object. So we normally create object. Okay, we will create object in this. I can add it and then copy this. So we can see how to create an object. Okay, class already created. So now we can see how to create an object. Okay, how to create an object. Fine. So what is so we have created the class. The class is over. Then for creating the object, come out of the block. Okay, so first you come out of the block. So then what you have to do means you have to give some names. So that is, I'm just giving x, which is equal to class name, my class. My class name here is my class. Okay, and followed by a parenthesis. If you just give like this, then an object X will be created. Okay, so now an object X will be created. If you just print X, okay, if you just print X, so it will show that X is in the main class. Okay, if you want to show the values of X, so what will you do? So you'll just take X dot, you'll take X dot roll underscore number. Okay, roll underscore number. Similarly, you can go with X dot name. Okay, similarly, you can use X dot marks. So if you just run this code, so you can see you are just getting X dot marks. Okay, so the last value will be printed. Suppose if you want to print all the values, if you want to see all the values, so in that case, what you have to do means you have to print the value X. So otherwise, instead of this, if I'm just printing X dot, if I just remove this, okay, X dot name, X dot roll number. If I just print like this, I'll get the roll number. If I just give X dot name, I'll just get the name here. Okay, so I'll just get the name. So if I just print X dot marks, so I'll be getting the marks. So if I want everything, right? So I just go with print of X. So if I just give like this, print of X, so it will display so everything on inside the main class. Okay, so it will give you the, that means it is it's giving the main class value. Fine. So if I just want to print everything inside the same value, okay, so I can just use like this also. So print of X dot X dot roll number, roll underscore number, comma X dot name, comma X dot marks. Okay, so if I just run this, so I'll get roll number first, name first, and marks first. Okay, so what we are doing, you are using this X dot operator, that is the access operator. So what is that operator? That is what is behind the operator? Object X. So you have created a class named my class, and for that we have created an object called X, and using that X we have accessed all the attributes of the class. Fine. So this is possible. So if you want to just no, you can access like this also, print of X dot my class. So it will give you the attribute error. Okay, so here actually it will not print the my class whole thing, so I can go with those access. So for printing everything we have to use constructor. Okay, so that we'll see in the next video.